Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Put your other person parentheses. Put your parentheses.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. It already has it. Never mind.
So we're just gonna go ahead and continue our
Wait,
problems in.
That's example.
We're gonna go ahead and do our problems in order of operation. Okay. So obviously we need to always remember that our order of operation, right? So parentheses first, everything in parentheses is first. Exponents, then we multiply and divide from left to right, and we add and subtract from left to right. Now, in yesterday, we would have talked about like how when it's just addition problems, the order doesn't really matter, but subtraction does. So that's why it's a good habit to just say, okay, we're gonna go from left to right always, even if it's addition, okay? And remember that we can also put it like this, and I try to make it a point, because it doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna do multiplication first, right? If division comes first, then we do that first. And if subtraction comes first, then we also do that first. So it just depends going from left to right, what is the thing that is first. Okay?
Right.
So good with that. Let's see, let's just do some examples then. So let's say we have 40 divided by 2 minus 3 times 5 plus 7 times 6. Okay. So we start off by saying, okay, do we have anything in parentheses?
No.
No, right? So then we go move to exponents. Do we have any exponents?
No.
All right, so then we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is multiply and divide. We do our arithmetic.
So we would do 3 times 5 first?
Well, like I said, multiplying doesn't necessarily mean we have to do multiplication first, right? If division is first, we'll do that. So we should actually do 40 divided by 2 first.
20.
40 divided by
Yeah,
2.
but it's wrong.
What about 3 times 5 then?
15.
It's 15. Hey,
And
sir.
7 times 6?
They're 42?
42. Okay?
I have an answer, but I think it's completely wrong. I'll wait till you're done. Sorry.
Okay. So now that we've done all that, now we move to subtracting and adding. So we go from left to right. We have 20 minus 15 is 5. And then 42?
47.
Oh, yeah, 47.
47.
200.
What the heck?
Sorry.
She
I'm
sounded so
sorry.
confident. She was all 200.
Okay. So is that the answer you got,
Yeah.
David? I mean, sorry, not David, Max.
Whoa, hold on a second.
This is,
Whoa.
I was stuck between calling you Yef or
Yeah, sounds good.
but yeah, is that the answer you got?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not. I'm just gonna let's just say it would make you very non-proud.
Oh, fine. Okay, let's go with our next example, right? So 50 minus 5 times 8 divided by 2 plus 17 minus 13 times 2. Okay, so again, no parentheses, no exponents, right? You all agree with that?
Yes, why do you have to make this thing so big? Jeez.
Well, let's move to multiplication and division. So if you notice, we actually have two things, multiplication and division, right next to each other, but we always want to do left to right first, right?
Yes. 5 times 8.
40?
40 divided by 2 is 20.
And yeah, we're going to divide by 2, that is 20.
20.
What about 13 times 2, sir?
Right, 13 times 2 is 26. so now that we have that, we're going to write out the rest. So 50 minus 20 plus 17 minus 26, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we do our addition and subtraction from left to right.
Subtractions first.
Right, so 50 minus 20 is 30.
30.
And then we're going to add our 17.
Oh, 47. My bad, I blinked.
And minus 26.
It is
It
21.
is 21.
There you go. That's our answer. So
Yeah.
again, you might do it a different order and you might get the correct answer, but you may not, right? So again, we always want to start from left to right.
Left.
Okay.
Okay. So
What are you
50
doing, Lizzie?
plus 3 times 4.
My cactus stabbed me.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey.
I'm doing
Better
it.
not hurt him.
So next example, 15 plus 3 times 4 squared. What's the first step here?
3 times
Yeah.
4 squared.
4 to the power of 2.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
4 to the second power.
8.
Remember, we have an exponent that goes first, right? So we want to do 4 to the power of 2.
That's
8.
right.
8.
It's 16, no?
No.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
4
16,
times
right?
4.
Oh,
We need
yeah,
4
16,
times
duh.
itself.
Because it would be 4 times 4.
Yes.
Oh, it's confusing.
Yes.
That's what yesterday's homework was about, right? Making sure
Yeah.
that we know how to do our exponents. So 4 squared, that's
Dunks.
Equals 16.
there we go.
Yes.
So
Now
now,
3 times 16.
what's next?
3 times 16.
Which is 48.
48.
We're going to add 15. So the answer, 63.
Safety trace.
Oh. It's like 8th grade all over again. Or like, yeah. I like this math. If we could do this all year, I would be happy.
Well, again, the reason why is because, I just want to make sure that you guys are obviously very strong with this. Because if you're strong with the foundational stuff, this is what I call the foundational stuff, then you should be good when we get to the higher stuff in Algebra 2, Because Algebra 2 can get difficult if you're not good with the basic stuff like factoring and things like that. That's when things get difficult, right? Just as my my calculus 2 class that I'm taking right now, I'm glad that I work with algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry every day, because it makes calculus 2 that much easier, because with that, as long as you are good with all your stuff below it, then the higher math is a lot easier, Okay. So final example, and we're going to do this in 2 different ways. So first we want to do,
Where's David?
David!
okay.
Hold up.
So first, what do we want to do here?
The exponent.
Right,
Exponent.
so 8 squared, that's 8 times 8,
64.
64.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's next after that?
5 times 6. Or 6 times 5.
Right,
whatever.
6 times 5, same thing, 30.
And then you could do 64 divided by 4.
64 divided by 4, which is
A big
16.
number. I don't
It's 16.
know.
All right,
And then 42 minus 30.
42 minus 30. And then just skip a step and say plus 16. So 42 minus 30 is 12, plus 16 is 28.
Sir.
Okay?
Mr. Rodriguez?
Yeah.
May I have permission to use the bathroom, sir?
No, I have to go potty too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's take WAS. Just kidding.
It'll be on my phone, so
Wait, what?
What?
like I'll be able to hear you, but you won't be able to hear me.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
accidentally
I was like, are you
downloaded
taking
that.
your phone into the bathroom? Please don't.
Well, yeah, duh, but still. See, I'm peeing right now.
Oh my god.
No,
Max.
I'm just kidding. It's tea. I have a thing that. It's a joke.
Okay, are we gonna do it different this time?
So actually, we're gonna work with the same one, but here's what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna go potty.
So I'm adding some parentheses,
Okay.
and let's see how that affects the answer.
You would still do the exponents first, right?
Well, actually, before that, we have parentheses, right?
Yeah, so
we have to do that first, right? So when we go into parentheses,
Stay in there.
our order of operations starts all over again. So we're going to go into the parentheses and let's say, okay, inside the parentheses, do we have exponents? No. Do we have multiplication and division? No. We have a subtraction though. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. 42 minus 6.
so it's 36.
36, right?
Yeah. But
Okay,
don't
so-
the parentheses stay? Oh no, oh my goodness. I don't
I mean, they
understand.
could stay technically because that still means multiplication, right? But since
Yeah.
we're done with the inside, then that's okay, right?
Okay.
So now our order of operation resets, right? So now let's go back. We're done with the parentheses, so what's next?
The exponent?
Right? So exponent again, 64.
Yeah.
And now we have
Division or
Well-
multiplication
multiplication first, so 36 times 5,
is 180
180.
divided by 4.
And then, 64 divided by 4.
Oh, hold up. I forgot about the 64. Oh, 64 divided by 4 equals 16.
Right. And now finally our last step, 180 plus 16, which is 196. So,
I was forgetting about 36.
right. So if you see, just adding parentheses there completely changed the answer, right? Our original answer was 28. And just adding the parentheses means we had to do that subtraction first, right? So that completely changed the answer into 196, which is actually a really big difference. So that's why, that's just to show why our order of operation matters. Okay. Before we go, one very key thing that I want you guys to remember. What happens when we square a negative number?
It would be a positive.
It turns into a positive, okay? You always need to remember that. And so here's where the confusion comes. So we have -4 squared, right? Remember, that's the same thing as saying -4 times -4, which is equal to positive 16. Okay? So the confusion comes because when you put it into the calculator, put -4 squared like this, without the parentheses, the calculator, this is what the calculator is doing. It's not including the parentheses, and all it's doing is multiplying 4 times 4, which would give you -16. So just know that whenever we have negative numbers, we're gonna be, when we're squaring them, they're gonna turn into a positive number. Okay? And so I just say that because there's a couple different ways that we can see this, right? We have -3 squared, we have this, and we have this, right? So you need to put the parentheses to make sure that you include the negative. So the top one would be a +9. The bottom two, we're assuming that it doesn't include the negative, right? So the bottom two answers would actually be -9. Okay. Do we see
See,
the
I
difference between those?
told. Sorry, I was talking to somebody else.
Do you see the difference between those?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So that's just a very important thing for you guys to remember.
Sweet.
All
Yes,
right. Today's homework is going to be on delta math, which, by the way, I saw a lot of you guys were missing that the dividing fractions one.
Am I
It
missing
wouldn't
that?
let me do it. It's
Huh?
because I got the answer wrong or whatever. I guess how many
Hold
ever
on, guys,
times you get it
please.
wrong, they won't let you do it again.
I think you can go back to it because I fixed that because I did notice that happened. So go back to it
I
and try to
tried.
fix it.
I tried and they still wouldn't let me because you put on there, you were like, if you didn't finish any of your stuff, go back and check.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I think I give you, either way, I think I give you credit because I saw that even though it wasn't reduced, you had the right answer. So I give you credit for it. So,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, for the rest of you guys, make sure that you go on Delta Math and finish that if you're missing it, okay?
Am
And
I missing it, sir?
I think you did it yesterday.
I did. Okay.
I did mine.
I did something on Delta Math.
Yeah,
So did
dividing
I.
fractions, okay?
Okay, yeah. Look at my